What's up? It's your girl Slay, and we're going to be doing a business live today. You guys know it's my favorite thing to talk about. We're going to get started right now. Like I always say, do not wait for people to join the live, because when you guys watch this back, I want you to get a real feel of what my videos are like on YouTube and on Instagram, where you just pop in and you get the knowledge as soon as I start the live. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to fully structure your business. I'm going to give you some websites that you need, and I'm going to give you important documents that you need. I am a hairstylist licensed in Missouri and Kansas, and also I've been doing hair since I was 11 years old. So I'm 18 years in the beauty industry right now, going on 20 years. So I'm OG in this thing, okay? Also, I started selling my very first product in 2014, which was hair extensions, which was inspired by my clients who needed good hair that would last a long time, okay? So I did my search and I started selling bundles in 2014, and I launched it into a full-fledged hair and skin care company in 2018. So that's where we are right now. I currently hold a gold medal in cosmetology throughout the state of Kansas, and I also competed on a national level, placed number 17 out of 50 states. So I know a lot about hair, I know a lot about business. So I'm going to teach you guys some things that I learned along the way, because when I started, nobody was teaching people how to get a business license, how to start a business, how to structure your business correctly, and some things that you need to know, because we're all doing business in some form or fashion, whether you work for somebody or somebody works for you. And you want to know how to properly have things aligned where you're not going to get in any legal trouble as you go. As always, like I said in my last live, if you guys want to go check that out, I store everything in a document folder, which you guys want to do once you start doing business on a day-to-day basis or regularly, because you're going to have some documents that the government sends you, that the city and county sends you, and that you're going to need as far as your business that you may need to come back to. I like to keep things digitally and paper form. You want to keep a paper trail, because if anything happens, you don't want to have to rely on always needing a cell phone or a computer to retrieve your documents. It's efficient. Sometimes you can use it while you're on the go, but you want to make sure you always have a hard copy of everything just in case. So I keep all of my documents in a file folder. We're going to go over a few things. As I stated in a previous live, we started off as 95 Tresses, and then we rebranded to Sashay and Slay. Sashay and Slay used to be my slogan, and I thought that it was better to be a brand name because I go by Slay. Everything I do is Slay. So now we operate as Sashay and Slay. All the details of my hair are linked in the description, so that way you guys can shop my products, shop my hair, and you have all the information you need, okay? So first and foremost, when you go to start a business, you want to think of a business name and how it applies to what you do. Once you decide your business name, you want to go and make sure nobody has that name. A few ways that you can do that is checking some of the government websites like uspto.gov, which is where people go to trademark their business, copyright things that they have. You want to go to that website to make sure the name that you're thinking of is not taken. Because once you go to file and you don't have your trademark yet placed, or there's a trademark already present for that business name, you're going to have to start over from scratch. So you want to make sure that the name you're thinking of, which we think that our first business name is our greatest and best idea. So we go and we try to register that, and then only to find out that somebody else thought of that too. So you just want to have a few ideas that you write down. You want to cater them to what you actually do. The reason why I decided, and that's why I brought it up, to rebrand to Sashay and Slay is because 95 Tresses, in the name alone, it limited me to hair. People are going to think hair every time they think of my business name. So when I rebranded, I wanted to come up with something that just catered to everything that I do, which was the Sashay and the Slay. Okay, everything that I do is very feminine. very, okay, beauty, very hair, very skin. So I wanted something that just gave an all around business feel. So I went with Sashay and Slay. The first thing that you guys need is an EIN number, which you will get from the IRS. You can go to irs.gov. You need that. Once you come up with the business name that you decide to go with, you're going to get one of these. Once you go to register your business name, they're going to give you an EIN number. We have social security numbers. Our business has one as well. So that's what your EIN number is going to be. That's how they identify your business. It's going to come on this form right here. If ever you need another one of these, you can contact the IRS and you can ask them for a form 147C, and they can send you another copy of this if you ever lose it. After you do that, you're going to go and get your articles of organization. That tells your city/county that you decided to function a business where you are. Okay, so they want to know that not only did you register this business with the government, but now you wish to operate it in this state. So you're going to go and you're going to get a articles of organization, and they're going to send you this once you file for one. After that, we're just going to keep it rolling, okay? You're going to go and get your business license, and you're going to file this every single year for your business. You want to have a business license, and you want to keep it available where anybody can see it, whether you're operating at home or whether you're operating in a brick and mortar location, which is a physical location. But you'll often hear people say brick and mortar. Hey, Mom, because that is your physical business location. And I did forget to mention one thing. With your articles of organization, I believe the fee for that is about $25. It can vary by state. Your EIN number is free. So your business license, this is $50 where I'm at, which is Missouri. It can change depending on the state that you live in. So already we're $75 in. You're going to get your business license so that you can stay licensed and registered every year, and you're operating legally. You're going to go to your tax website, which will often be the quicktax.gen. You'll see that with your abbreviation for your state. You can look that up on your state website, so that way you can make sure that you're going to the right website to get your business license. Already, you guys can see we're $75 in. We didn't have to pay anybody to do this for us. You're going to often see people, even if you were to go to LegalZoom.com, you're going to see people trying to get you to pay $300, $400, $500, thousands of dollars even to register your business, and it doesn't even cost that much. After you do that, you're then going to go get a retail sales license. And one thing I will mention is the type of documents that I'm showing, it is going to vary based on how you structure. So if you wish to operate as a sole proprietor, meaning I am my business, I go by Slay Understyle, and I would be my business. I will be a sole proprietor. But I chose to do an LLC, which is a limited liability company, which if you choose to do an LLC, you can either do partnership or you can do single member, or however you guys decide to do it. A multi-member, you can do an S Corp, you can do a C Corp, whatever you guys decide to do. It's going to depend on what business you're in. It's going to depend on if you need a DBA, doing business as, whatever you decide to structure your business as. So the retail sales license is what's required for you guys to collect taxes when you're doing business. If you're selling a product, whether you're online or in a physical location, you do have to know how much taxes to collect on those items. And when you apply for your Missouri or whatever state retail sales license, which you need in order to sell a product to a consumer, you're going to need to know the tax rate. And when you apply for that, they'll give you your sales tax ID, and then they'll also give you the rate that you need to provide to the consumer, which you'll put on your website, and that will be based on the county that you live in. You're going to go to your Department of Revenue. Then after that, we have this big document right here. That's free. That retail sales license, I didn't pay anything for that. So for your operating agreement, which you're going to want to make next, this tells how you structured your business, what all you spent starting up. That's why it's good to know the prices of everything for your business license, for your articles of organization and things like that, because those fees that you put into your business to start your business, you want to put all that in this operating agreement. The people that you start the business with, whether it's by yourself or with other people, you're going to put all that in the operating agreement. You're going to tell how you plan to start the business, the name of the business, all information that pertains to the business, the members, the money that you put up. You're going to put in here goals for your business, things that you see your business doing, the purpose of your business, how you plan to decide to dissolve the business if that ever comes about. You're going to put all of that in here. It's basically like a business outline. You're going to put all of that in here, and as y'all can see, it's quite long, but you can find these templates online. If you don't know how to do it yourself, you can find it online, and you just input the information as far as your business, and it'll do all of this automated for you. So you don't have to worry about how do I do it. And like I said, one of the websites is LegalZoom. That'll have majority of the documents where you can just, you know, put in your information. After your operating agreement, you're going to make sure you're doing your property taxes every year. And this is something that your county is going to send you. As you guys can see, the assessor's office, they're going to send you out this every year. And that first year, most likely you're not going to make that many sales, and you're probably not going to do that much business. Not to say that's everybody, but when you're first starting out and you don't know what you're doing, you're not worried about sales at this point. You're worried about getting your business legally structured in the correct way. Okay, so when you get your property tax listing, this basically just goes over what exactly your business owns, and it gives you this little breakdown chart. And it's just basically going over what kind of equipment you have for your business and what you own. So if you have like a laptop or a cell phone or something that you use for your business, most people operate on an e-commerce website. If they don't have a brick and mortar location, if you have an office desk or if you have an office chair, things like that your business has, you're going to list on here, and then it has a year to classify. So there's like a 3-year, a 5-year, and then you're going to pay the property taxes on those items. If ever, because I just learned this either last year or the year prior, if ever you no longer have those items for your business, you still have to have something like a cell phone that you list on here, because if you were to take every item off saying that your business doesn't have any type of property, then it's going to look like you closed the business. So you have to have something listed, even if it's just your cell phone, and you're just going to pay the small little fee on that. You're also going to need a zoning clearance when it comes to your business license, which you're going to get that from your planning and development office. And I talked to a lady here by email. She reached out to me and told me that I needed a zoning clearance to operate in my county, and that was because I was going to apply for my business license originally. So that's how I found out about it, and it's free. It's just a document, which mine is digital. I never printed it off. So it's just a document that says you are able to operate where you live, basically. Whether you're e-commerce or a physical location, you need a zoning clearance so that your business license can be active. After you did that paperwork, when you go to structure your website and you decide where you want your website to be, whether you use Namecheap or not, I would recommend Namecheap because you can do certain things with it, like a business email and your website all in one, where you don't have to break the bank to do it. Hence the name. Is very cheap. You can pay about like $8 or even as low as $1 or $2, because that's what I paid when I first started out for your website domain, which is your www. or your .com. Or your .net or your .org, whatever you decide your is going to be for your domain name, and that's going to be where people shop your products, which I highly recommend, even if you're a physical location, to still have a website, because people like microwave quick and they want to be able to look you up. So a website is a good way to be able to look your business up. So you're going to go to Namecheap and you're going to register to get a domain in your business name, and then you're going to operate it online with that domain name. When you do that, I highly recommend anytime you get an order to print your packing slip off. And I wanted to mention this before I forget, because I'm going to get into other documents, but you want to print off your packing slips, print off 2. Every package that you ship out, put a packing slip in there so the customer remembers what they ordered. It's easy for people to forget what they got from you, and they don't do a lot of research before reaching out sometimes. So you want to make sure you put a packing slip in there, and then you also print one off for you so you can keep track of all the orders that your website makes, and then you can keep those in your folder as well. I would keep it in a separate folder though, so that way you can have them all there. And you also can categorize them by the year, so that way it makes it easier if someone were to call you and you can find the order fast. Oh, I ordered in 2022. Oh, I ordered in 2023. So that is just one thing that I want to mention before I move on. The Department of Revenue is also going to issue you your state ID number and your PIN number, and you're going to need that for some of these documents. They're also going to give you your charter number, which your charter number is needed for your business license. They're also going to give you your sales tax ID. You're going to need that when you go to get your retail sales license. Your NAICS code, which is how you categorize your business, whether you're in the beauty industry and you sell hair, or you're in the beauty industry and you do makeup. If you're in the beauty industry and you do nails, you're going to want to be able to categorize your business, and you're going to need a NAICS code to do that, an NAICS code. And this is important because it aligns with your Dun & Bradstreet number. And once you do your Dun & Bradstreet number, which is commonly referred to also as a UEI number, go to dunandbradstreet.com and apply. After you get that, you're going to go to nav.com. I know I'm going fast. NAB.com. And you're also going to apply there so that you can get your Paydex score. Your Paydex score is going to give you your business credit score, because yes, your business does have a credit score, and the ideal credit score is going to be about 80. Your business credit score is a little different because it goes from 0 to 100, whereas ours can go all the way up to 900. Another thing that I would recommend is getting a business plan. My original business plan really didn't have much, because when you first start your business, you're not too sure about how long it's going to take you and what all you're going to get into or want for your business. But have some type of idea of where you see your business and structure a business plan. So that way, along the way, you don't get off track and you don't be so about the money. Because honestly, when you start a business, you may not get the money up front. You may not get the money up front. And at this point, with all the documents that I've mentioned, we're about $125 in. Okay, so when you go to do this research, you'll see what exactly you need to pay. And also, when you go to trademark your business, you're going to go to uspto.gov. So that way you can trademark your business name, logo, whatever you need to do. And that's going to be about $250. Okay. So I know that it seemed like you put in a lot into it when you first start. That's why it's important to know exactly what you're doing with your business, somewhat of a vision of where you see your business going, and have a form of how you're going to create longevity in your business. I've been in business for 6 years as of this year in April. You guys just kind of want to have some type of idea how long you're going to be in business. A lot of businesses fail within the first 5 years. I'm 6 years in, and I can tell you it's a rocky road. It's a rocky road. You're not going to have sales every single day. You're not going to have sales every week. But you do need to make an online presence, an online social media account, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. You're also going to want with your business plan to create a grant proposal. A grant proposal helps you apply for grants. And grants are free money. Grants is what you can use to fund your business, fund the operations of your business, fund buying things for your business, whether that's furniture that you need, the computer to operate online, the cell phone to operate, to take customer service calls or emails or whatever you need to do. You can use grants to fund those things, and you don't have to pay it back. So you're going to want to create a grant proposal, which is sort of like a business plan, but it just goes a little bit more in depth about how you plan to do business, as far as your business mission, your business vision, a breakdown chart of what you are going to use the money for and why you need the money. You're going to basically pitch your business to these grants, and then you're going to get the money and use it to provide everything that you need for the business. Okay, so that's simply put. After that, a thing that you could do is go to bbb.org, which is the business bureau. You can go there and you can get accredited. And that just makes your business look that much better. You can get a credit for your business, so that way it's posted online, it pops up more, and people can see that you're a verified business according to the Business Bureau. It makes your business look good. Okay? One thing that they're really particular about is having a privacy policy on how you protect your customers' information. They want to make sure that you have some form of that posted on your website so that you're not just out here operating bad business and customers don't know how you're using their information and why you're collecting it in the first place. You always want to have some type of privacy policy and a terms and conditions. So you just want to make sure you have those type of things posted on your website, because some people do move fast and they just start their website and they don't have everything fully structured. Some things that you're going to want for your business. I can do a different live that goes like more in depth with how to build your business credit and getting a business bank account and where to go to get these things I'm going to list next. But this live is just basically giving you guys the information and telling you where to find it. But I can give you like a little bit more resource if you guys would like that type of live. So a couple of things that you're going to make sure that you do is fully separate your business from you if you're not operating as a sole proprietor. And honestly, even if you are, you don't want to have information that just links fully to where you're living and laying your head. So you're going to want a business telephone number. You're going to want a business website, as I stated. You're going to want a business address, a business email, and a business bank account. And those things are further going to help you look professional, not only to the customer, but to the government, to grant providers, and banks, if you decide you need a bank loan to do what you need to do. But if you go the loan route, you're going to have to pay it back. So I would honestly recommend just going with grants, so that way you have free money to fund your business and do what you need to do. And again, Namecheap will give you a business email address. And you can get one on Google too, but it's honestly going to be like the info at sashaandslay.com or support at sashaandslay.com or customer service at sashaandslay.com. It gives you a professional email instead of the at gmail.com, at yahoo.com. That's why it's important. The business phone number is so that way it's strictly a business line. They get a business greeting and they're directed on the call strictly for your business. The business address is so that when people look you up, whether you have a physical brick and mortar or a website, people are able to find your business name and it has a address linked to it. So that way when companies look you up or when grant providers look you up, they're more likely to go with your business giving you money because it looks like, okay, she's professional, like she has something that's an actual physical location showing. And when you go to register your business, you can also link it on Google so that when people are looking you up, they can find your business on Google as well. And it'll pop up as if you're operating in a brick and mortar location. And it'll have, depending on the type of business address that you buy, because you can buy a virtual business address, depending on the one that you buy, it'll have a office building photo. And when you have a subscription with these providers, they'll also list your company in their directory as if you're physically operating a physical location, which also looks good. And if your business were to accept mail, so like if a customer needs to return an order because they got the wrong item or something, then they're able to collect that mail for you instead of having a P.O. box. And you're able to either pick it up from them or they can ship the items to you. I would recommend getting a virtual address in your state though, and in your city, so that way you're able to just go pick that mail up just as if it were a P.O. box. But honestly, P.O. box are not acceptable when doing business. Most of the time when you're filling out these applications, they're going to say no P.O. box right on the application. So it's best to just get all this stuff up front, so that way you don't have to worry about it. But those are just a few things that I want to go over with you guys. If you do all of that I have listed, that I have informed you, which I know it is a lot of information, and I know that it's kind of like, oh my gosh, now you could feel more stressed, because when I learned all this, I was like, okay, I gotta go get this document, then I gotta go get that one, and it just seemed like the documents were never ending. But honestly, once you get everything, you're gonna look at it like, okay, that's not too bad, you know. Again, depending on the business, it could require more documents from you, more clearances and more licenses that you need, more permits that you may need. But again, it depends on the business that you have. So the best things you can do is go to your local government website. That's going to be your state.gov. And you're going to want to browse there to see how to fully register your business. But if you do this stuff that I've given you today, then most likely you're going to be structured legally and you're operating a good business. Again, make sure you keep that business license active every year. They did mention the BOI report this year that every business had to file a business operating report. However, it's very simple. All you do is go to the BOI website, and then you just put that you own this business. You put your information, the business information, and it's free to file. You guys just want to make sure you're ahead of the game and you already have it, because you will get fined if your business is not operating correctly in the new year, $500 or more. So you want to make sure that you guys structure your business correctly and that you're operating right, okay? So again, I'm Slay, and I just wanted to do a live today because I am doing 25 days of Christmas, where I give you guys valuable information, some form of content on my pages, so that way you get to see what all I do and what I'm about. But I do have more information to give you guys, so make sure you tune in to lives every time I go live. Share it with people that you feel like need this information. Share it with somebody who wants a business. Share it with somebody who has a business and they may not be operating correctly, okay? So that way we can make sure our sisters and our brothers get their stuff together. I love y'all, and I will see y'all in the next live. Bye.